Everyone, today I wanted to do a video to teach you how to upload both a black and white image and a colored image into Design Space and clean it up and turn it into a layered cut image. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on my Grinch face. I'm going to right click it and save it to my computer. And then I'm going to save my second image. And again, right click it and save it to my computer. And so then I can open up Design Space and I'm going to go ahead and upload my first Grinch face. I'm going to click on Complex and then I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning this up as you might normally do. And so a lot of times when you clean up images from Google or Facebook dumps, you will see, if I zoom in, there's a lot of fuzzy dots around the image. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to fix that. So after you click on Complex, if you scroll down to where it says More Options, you're going to click where it says Reduce Colors. I'm going to change that number to 2. And then my bottom number I'm going to put at 60. And so if you are uploading a black and white image, 2 and 60 should work perfectly. And so now if I preview, you'll see that there are no fuzzy dots. And so I'm going to go ahead and continue and save this as a cut image. And then for my second image, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. However, because it's a colored image, I'm going to go ahead and leave my top number of colors to unmodified, and I'm going to change the bottom to 60. And so the higher this number is, the more that it's going to take away from your photo. But typically this is a good number to start with. And so I'm just going to delete everything with the exception of the black outline. And then when I preview it, you'll see that it looks good. I'm going to go ahead and click continue and save this one as a cut image as well. And then I can insert them both into my canvas. And I'm going to go ahead and resize them. And then I'm going to go ahead and hide this one. And go ahead and click on this one. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to duplicate it as many times as many colors are in your final project. So I'm going to duplicate it once for the red and once for the yellow. I'm going to move those to the side. And then really quick, I'm going to turn off my grid lines just as a personal preference. I'm going to click on my first layer. I'm going to click contour. Anytime I go into contour, I select title contours. And then I'm going to select everything that I want to be a specific color. So I'm going to go ahead and click the inside of the eyes. And then I'm going to go ahead and click this top box before I leave, X out. And I'm left with just the reds of the eyes. And so I can go ahead and then put this in place. And then I can go ahead and do the same for the yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and click on contour. And then hide all contours. And I'll select just the pieces that I want to be yellow. Click this top box, X out, and you'll see that I'm left with just the yellow pieces. And I can go ahead and put those in place. And so for the next image, it would be the same thing. You're going to go ahead and duplicate this as many times as many colors as your final project. And so for this one, I'm going to go ahead and click on the first layer. I'm going to click contour. I'm going to select title contours. And I'm going to select everything that I want to be white. So the little pom-pom, the whites of the eyes, and then this part of the hat. And then you'll see right here, there's a little piece that's supposed to be black. So I'm going to uncheck that. And then I'm going to click the top box, X out, and I'm left with just the white pieces. And so for this, if you wanted, since there's white in it and your background is also white, you could change the color of your canvas just by clicking here. And then you'll come up here. And then I'll usually change it to a lighter gray. You could also change it to whatever color your item was. If you're putting this on a green shirt, you could change your background to green. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in place. And then I'm going to do the same with my next layer. So I'm going to click contour, hide all contours, and select everything that I want to be red. And then click the top box, X out. And I can change this to red. And then lastly, I'm going to do the same with the green layer. So I'm going to go ahead and click contour, hide all contours. I'm going to select the face. And when I do that, it also selects the smile as well as the eyes. So I'm going to deselect the smile since I don't want that to be green. And I'm going to deselect the whitest part of the eyes. It also will deselect these two whites of the eyes. But I do want these little two nose pieces to be green, so I'm going to select those. And then I'm going to click this top box, X out, and I'm left with just the pieces that I want to be green. So I can go ahead and change that. And so if you were going to be putting this on a shirt or anything that would require heat, that you would be using heat transfer vinyl for or iron on, what you would do is normally when you go to make it, you're going to have to mirror each of your mats. But a lot of times, the more colors people have, the more they tend to forget to do that. So what I like to do is I like to select my entire design, go to flip, and then flip horizontally. And now you have essentially mirrored your mats without actually having to mirror them. So now you can go ahead and click make it, and you'll see that everything is already mirrored for you. And then the last little hack that I have for you is if you want to cut this all on one mat, what you can do is you can change it to any one color. I'll typically go with the light yellow since it's easy to see. So I'm going to select my entire design and change it all to yellow. And then if you go to make it, now you'll see that everything is all in one mat, and you can go ahead and move these pieces around. So typically what I'll do is I'll move everything in one of the four quadrants. And then if you had more pieces, I'd put one in the middle, maybe one over here just to kind of separate them. So I know that I'm going to need a piece of black vinyl in my upper left-hand corner. That's about 5.5 inches by about 4.5 inches. In my right-hand corner, I'm going to need a piece of white vinyl that is about 4 inches by about 3 inches. And then in my lower left-hand corner, I'm going to need a piece of red vinyl that's about 2.5 inches by about 2.5 inches. And then in my lower right-hand corner, I will need a piece of vinyl that is about 4 inches by about 3 inches. And you can just count your squares to know how many inches that you need. I'm going to go ahead and click continue. And then from here, you would just pick your material. And so if I am using either heat transfer vinyl or even regular permanent vinyl, I will go ahead and choose the premium vinyl. It seems to cut pretty well on that. And so from here, you can go ahead and load all your colors onto your mat and cut it. And so hopefully this video helped you. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. Have a good night.